Another conversation that involves Mr. Dana White. Listening.
You were talking John Jones also, and UFC 313 is this weekend. Is he going to fight this summer? Is that the plan?
Yeah, the plan is to fight John this summer. Obviously, when, where, and all that stuff is being determined. And yeah, it's my goal this year is to make that fight.
Your goal is to make which fight, though? Tom Aspinall or somebody else?
Aspinall.
Uh-huh. If Alex wins, could he move up and fight Jones?
He wants to. Well, I'll have to. Let's see how this fight plays out. If he wins, how he wins, and all that kind of stuff. But the fight that everybody wants to see right now is Jones and Aspinall. And then there's no doubt that Pereira could fight the winner.
All right. I chose violence yet again. All right, so do we prefer Tom Aspinall or Alex Pereira for John Jones? If you guys didn't get any context from that clip, Dana White has intentions on an Jones Aspinall bout, which we spoke about last week, right? And now he is told Jim Rome, and shout out to Jim Rome, I want to make sure I give credit where credit is due, that he intends on securing the Jones Aspinall fight. And if Alex Pereira wins tonight against Ankalaev, then Jones Pereira is the fight to make. So, what are your thoughts?
I mean, it's gotten to a point where Dana White has brought it up so much that, because originally people didn't care about seeing Tom Aspinall and Jones. Everybody wanted Pereira. Wait, I can't hear myself. There you go. Okay, I hear myself now. Yeah, everybody wanted Pereira. From what I remember, everybody wanted Pereira. I wanted Pereira because, Tom, I don't like calling nobody a nobody, but he wasn't like a star or anything right now. You know what I'm saying? So then you got Dana White pushing the envelope. Hey, this has got to happen. This has got to happen. This has got to happen. All of a sudden you start seeing people saying, yeah, John, you got to give Tom Aspinall a chance, just like you were given a chance and all that. Well, let's keep it a stack. The reason why John Jones got that opportunity to fight for the belt is because the person that was originally supposed to fight for the belt couldn't fight. So he got that opportunity because the person that was originally supposed to fight couldn't fight. So he was the next person to step up. They're trying to make it about, they gave you a chance as a young up-and-coming fighter. I'm not hearing all that. If you really want to think about it, there's two sides to this. If y'all want to make more money, if UFC wanted to make more money, I'm thinking Pereira Jones, because they're both superstars. So of course there's going to be more money involved in that because Pereira's on the tear, especially if he beats Ankalaev. Then it's like, damn, he's like killing it right now. Like he's been killing it, but it's going to be more exciting, right? Whereas with Tom is a young up and comer. He's taking out all of his opponents. And he's staying. He's keeping himself in the loop. He's making sure he's a part of the narrative. Now, if you want to look at it how I think Dana White's looking at it, yes, I'll probably get more money with Pereira and Jones, but I'll get like twice or three times the money if I make both of those fights happen, right? Tom Aspinall is building himself a huge fan base, really fast, and it's looking like that now the Pereira fight is less interesting for most people. And the Aspinall fight is more interesting because now there's all these other things behind it. John's an old, what we said in the last episode. Oh, he's a fat old man. the youth aspect of it, the speed aspect of it, the size aspect of it. There's like all these things that people putting into play now, and it's like, well, if you really look at it, it's kind of the same thing with Pereira. Besides the fact that Pereira and John Jones are around the same age, but Pereira is a bigger guy as far as like weight, because John Jones says he had to put on more weight to compete at heavyweight, when I think when he usually walks around like maybe 220, around there, like his heaviest 220, 223 or something like that. And Tom Aspinall walks around like almost 270 naturally. You know what I mean? Pereira walks around like 240 naturally. So like these guys are actually naturally heavier than John Jones, right? I think the thing that Pereira has that everybody's excited about is that, that powerful left hook. Like he keeps coming, he keeps, he has crazy hands. Tom Aspinall, like I said, very quick for a heavyweight, good, clean technique with his boxing. And he has a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Now, Pereira don't have that. Pereira, well, he was given his black belt. I don't know why. Anyway, his grappling is not on the same tier as a Tom Aspinall or even a John Jones. I would say John Jones is a way better grappler than him, definitely a better wrestler. But even as a person that wanted the Pereira-John Jones fight, now I can't even choose if I want Tom Aspinall or Pereira. Now I want Tom Aspinall just to prove that John could beat him. And after that, I want Pereira. Because to be honest with you, the real fight that I want is with somebody that ain't even in the UFC no more. I want a Ngannou Jones. But I can't get that unless he beats Pereira. He beats Aspinall, beats Pereira, retires, goes to PFL, and fights Ngannou, which I don't think is going to happen. So that's a tough one. I'm like 50-50 on this too. Like I kind of want both fights to happen because I want to prove that John Jones is John Jones, especially for that. Yo, just so y'all know, I've been answering y'all comments. I love it. Keep it coming. Keep them coming. Because guess what? Until Tom beat John, smoke is getting smoked.
Oh,
but
man.
I like both fights.
Yeah. I think you've been properly marketed to by the great Dana White. This is exactly how Dana White gets people to believe in stuff that they wouldn't necessarily believe. Our audience has seen your growth when it comes to this topic, right? Like you were no, don't want to see it, to like maybe want to see it, to even last week like now I have to see it because he got to sleep him, and now even this week is like I don't know which one I want to see better. So I mean that's the
Dana White has won again.
Yeah, this is the Dana White experience. This is the Dana White experience. In terms of me, I just think that this is the way to do it, and this is why Dana White makes a lot of money. I can't lie to you. Like, this is the way to do it. Like, Aspinall, like, everything lines up for it, and this is why, and I don't agree with Dana with a lot of things that he says in, like, life, relationships. But when it comes to, like, understanding like how to capitalize on moments, he is in a very select few. Very select few. Because if you break it down, right? You got Aspinall. I'm talking about from the very first time I seen Tom Aspinall, which was at your house, and I bet against him. I said this last week. To like watching him build. He's knocking niggas.
Listen to Coach Mav.
He's knocking niggas out. You know. John just so happens to be coming up. You get what I'm saying? Coming up into the heavyweight division. Aspinall is a good fight for him because Aspinall is not big heavyweight. He's quick heavyweight. And the reality of the situation is that John is also quick heavyweight because he's not naturally a heavyweight fighter, which also speaks to his GOAT case, by the way. But we can talk about that another day, about how a non-natural heavyweight is out here smoking niggas. But so like it just led up to what? Yeah, it already 2 natural heavyweights, by the way. So it's just a natural progression. Like Tom Aspinall obviously is gonna call him out. He has a brash. The way he fights is dangerous. So it's like already it works. Like I haven't seen Tom Aspinall go the distance. Me personally, maybe I need to dig deep into.
I think all his fights is finishes.
Yeah, I need to dig deep into Tom Aspinall lore. But the fights that I've seen, I go off what I know. Like I don't sit here and act like an expert, but the niggas that I've seen him put out, they've been put to sleep. So when we look at that, it's like, yo, you build it up. Maybe it's time for John Jones to get a reputable challenge. But, man, listen. If we talk about natural light heavyweights, which John Jones is, the light heavyweight king right now is Big Poatan. Oh, man, I would have loved to see this at 205. I can't lie to you. I would have loved.
205, bad idea.
I would have loved to see this at.
He got more of a chance at heavyweight, in my opinion.
Who, Poatan?
Yeah, against John Jones?
I would have loved to see this at 205.
205? Nah.
Listen, that's the 205 GOAT, by the way. Jonathan. Might be heavyweight.
Exactly.
GOAT. Might be heavyweight GOAT. But I'm saying, like, in terms of, like, Poatan being in his...
all the time, Tom Aspinall's wins have been finishes.
Slumps, exactly.
But Tom also had 3 losses. So he got submitted by heel hook.
Makes sense.
He got disqualified for it. Oh, wow. He got disqualified and a loss for the same thing that John Jones got disqualified for. Illegal downward elbow.
Look at that.
Hold on, son.
Look at
the plot thickens. Nah, bro.
Nah, I love it.
And then he had the knee injury with Curtis Blaze.
This is Dana. This is Dana. You gotta watch, man. Dana work, man. Dana working. Let him work. He cook it. But yeah, I think that I'm not gonna lie. I think Poatan's the better fight. I don't know. I think it's a better fight. I think
it is better.
I think it's,
but that's because everybody's more excited about Poatan because he's only had one loss.
Because he's tough. Put by Izzy, and that was the last. Yeah. That was the last loss he had.
We can't bring Izzy into the conversation right now, bro.
Put by Izzy.
You can't do it, bro.
He got put by Izzy, and that was the last time.
Your man Izzy is looking gatekeeperish right now.
We ain't talking about Israel. We ain't talking about Israel. That's my guy. Love you, Style Bendo. Well, it might be Tom. Oh, just saying. Yeah. So I think that, just to wrap this up, I think that Pereira, Jones, like, this is some Dana shit. You give them the Aspinall fight because young up and comer, and you got to get rid of that interim tag. That's just interim is the nastiest word in combat sports. I think it's
get rid of the interim belt.
Nastiest word
in needs to be gone.
Combat sport is interim. What do you mean interim? Don't even make this a title fight then. The interim title fight. Fuck you. No. Give me actual.
Like even when John came back into the fold and y'all gave him the interim belt, what did he say? He said, I don't want that belt. I don't
want that bullshit ass interim belt. Do it say interim on it? Belt. Does it say interim on it? Because if it says interim on it, I don't want to fight. For everybody that's ever had an interim belt. So even like and this podcast feels very pro John, which it is, like unashamedly. But even for Tom Aspinall, at some point in time, bro, he hasn't fought in what, 2 years? Almost 2 years. It's been 1.5 years at least. Because he waited.
And honestly, they did the same thing with Colby Covington. Colby wanted to fight for the belt, and they eventually stripped him of that interim belt. And they talk about strip John. Why you ain't stripping this dude?
Dog.
That's what I'm saying. Nah, hold on.
That's how I say it, bro.
I gotta talk about shit for 2 seconds. So y'all gonna sit here and tell me, oh, strip John Jones the greatest fighter we've had in UFC, but you're going to sit here and complain about Tom Aspinall, who's been holding on to an interim belt? And when Kobe Covington, as much as I don't like Kobe, when he had his interim belt, y'all was like, he ain't no real champion. Take that from him. Y'all do that with mad people. Why y'all doing it with Tom? You know why? Because y'all haters. And y'all hate John Jones. And it's okay. Because y'all did the same thing to Floyd Mayweather. Y'all started betting against Floyd because y'all wanted him to lose. Same thing with John. Y'all want him to lose. Y'all want him to lose. And that's fine. That's fine. But don't pretend like, you know, y'all all on Tom's side. Like, y'all been paying attention to Tom Aspinall so much. Come on, bro. Y'all be fronting. Y'all be fronting. Talking about, oh, Tom's got this and Tom's got that. Y'all wasn't talking nothing about Tom Aspinall until Dana White started saying that should be the next fight. Ain't nobody said, man.
Listen, let me tell you something.
Go on to the next topic.
Listen, he won that interim belt in November of 23. He fought Curtis Blades last summer to defend an interim title, which is this is so gross.
Who defends an interim? Next topic.
Right? Like that's what really got me mad. That's really what got me mad. It's like, dog, what are we doing here?
Like the fact that they still call people who are interim champions, former UFC, whatever champion. No, he wasn't. When you're an interim champion, you ain't the champ.
It's tough.
I'm sorry.
It's
no
tough.
offense. And once again, I hope y'all know, most fighters, I don't dislike them. Most. I don't dislike most of these fighters. I like Tom Aspinall.
You do.
He's a good fighter. He's a chill dude. He's just a chill guy. Nah, but you know what I'm saying? Like, bro,
These are good.
fight for the interim belt. You're not a real champ.
Stop it.
Thank you. Stop it. Stop it.